End of the session. And now the lecture is going to be delivered by Cesare Lanconi. He has a degree in geography by the University of Florence, and he is going to speak about assessment of accessibility in the city of Brescia, the impact of infrastructures in public transport. Good afternoon. My name is Cesare Lanconi, and I'm a student of the Master in Geography of the University of Florence, and I'm also doing a practice of in the gvSIG association with my professor, and the title is Assessment of the Urban Accessibility in the City of Brescia and the Impact of Infrastructure in Public Transport. I must say that that work is not yet finished. It is in itinere, but I already did some analysis with gvSIG, and as a first issue, I would like to introduce accessibility. In this slide, I have some definitions of accessibility. The first is that accessibility is a measure of the facility of an individual to do the desired activity in a place, in a way, and in a time previously established. The other says the accessibility is the potential opportunity of interaction, and the third, the facility with which you can reach any activity by means of private transport. We know that there is a direct relationship between the characteristics of the transport system of a region and its economic development. But we also know, and for me, this is a very interesting issue, the transport system is directly linked to the social inclusion of the citizens. And we could talk about the fees for public transport, frequencies, and so on. I'm going to put the area of analysis into context. This is Brescia. This is the city, which is between Milano and Verona, which are more touristic cities, and between the Alps and the Padana plain. It has 200,000 inhabitants, an average size city. Probably most of you don't know this city. We have images of historical sites and tourist sites, but also from the economic and industrial area, with one of the biggest incinerators in Europe. And I'm going to explain a little the methodology of my analysis, even saying that the data that have been collected belong a specific typology, shape file of the polygons categorized according to the buildings. These data have been downloaded by the Lombardia region, which is the place where Brescia is. My objective is to make a special analysis based in the distance parameter in order to create a set of indicators related to the topological and spatial accessibility. And for this I have used the extension Redis of version 1.12.0 of gvSIG. Then I have created the typology and the network through the matrix origin destination command we have obtained the spatial correspondence between the centroids of residential areas and centroids of those used for each analysis. For instance, in the service of transport, bus stops, and distances in meters. And we have obtained a correspondence between the centroids of residents and centroids of bus stops, and then the distance in meters. The data of the origin destination matrix have been exported in OpenOffice, and a filter has been applied based on the distance, and depending on the service choosing the type of facility, a value has been chosen, for instance, 4 kilometers or 2 kilometers. And finally, a link has been done between the attributes table of the residential areas of Brescia and the origin destination matrices using the common field ID. Here I have some of the images in which there is a representation of centroids of the residential areas, and each centroid incorporates a circular area and indicates how many bus stops is going to cover. In red, the highest value is indicated, and with yellowish color we indicate the lowest. The most accessible area of the city is the north, the central area, and the less accessible area is the southeast area of the city. Here we have a mountain, or an area with mountains. This is another representation which has been made with the same analysis. We have red points which represent the most important areas in terms of education, schools and university. And then we have smaller spots which represent the centroids of the residential areas. Each centroid is covering an area of 2 kilometers. And a determined number of educational places. The violet color tells us that these are more accessible than those in blue. Also in this case, we can see that the most accessible area is the north north area of the city, and the less accessible area is the southern area of the city. Well, this is the first step in my project, in my work, and I would like to identify the areas which are inefficiently connected to the main attractive nodes of the city. And in the end, I would like to make a general indicator applied to the centroids as a summary, as an addition of the rest of the services, bus stop, hospitals, leisure places. I would like to apply a similar analysis to the automatic underground, which has been built recently in Brescia, and perhaps applying a buffer to digitalization of the metro line. And I would like to hypothesize trips which go through the most marginal areas of the city. Here we have two images. The first one in the low part represents the trajectory of the metropolitan transport, And here, that again, the south part of the city or west part of the city is connected in a way which is not okay uh, for the rest. And then we were thinking how this can be connected to the network that already exists of the metropolitan train, in order to create a higher level of accessibility to the most marginal area of Brescia. I'm finished. Thank you. I'm finished. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.